Hello, I'm Simulator Dirk and welcome back to Train Mechanic Simulator. Third episode after our big train derailment in the previous episode. Let's go in and see what work they have for us today. Okay. We've got 3 jobs to choose from. The first one, a locomotive was damaged during the transportation of goods. The rear truck is damaged and requires urgent repair. Number 6, the locomotive drove over something on the tracks. The front truck of the wheel set axle needs servicing. And number 7, the locomotive stopped on the tracks and cannot move. It appears that there is a problem with the traction motors. It must be towed to the workshop to make repair. So we'll do it in order. We'll go to number 5 now. So in comes loco number 5. Make necessary repairs to the truck assembly. Remember to check that all relevant elements could be damaged. So that was the rear truck. So we'll go out and we'll have a look at the rear truck, which is this one. Alright, so we'll go into condition. This one, hang on. Okay, so truck assembly. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into testing mode and we are going to have a look and see what we can find. So an easy one to start with is the truck frame. That's an easy one to start with. Let's see, we've got wheel issues, so we'll have a look at our axles next. And then we'll have a look at things like our axle boxes. Okay, so that's an axle box that needs to be replaced. Okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. So while we're over here, we'll have a look around here. Now the damper of the axle box probably needs replacing as well. Yep. And the steel and rubber V-form spring is actually okay. So while it's unlikely that the brakes... Okay, well there we go. We need to replace the hydraulic brake hose. So what we need to do now we've found that, we can concentrate on things that are connected to the brake system. And we'll finish this side first. So the hydraulic brake piston connector needs to be replaced as well. Now it shouldn't be anything to do with the engine mounting or whatever, but just for process of elimination purposes. And what it also helps to do, it just helps to reinforce, you know, what's connected to what, what's related to what. We might not have a job involving one thing. Oh, okay, steel and rubber springs. Okay, so we'll check the one there. So only one of those needs to be replaced, which is interesting. And then we'll have a look on this side. A hydraulic brake piston connector. The axle box is okay. Okay, so that axle box needs replacing, and the damper as well. So there's a couple of minor things that I haven't checked here yet that I'm just getting out of the way. Okay, so what we're looking at is one axle box on one side. I think there's two, yeah. So the front axle boxes need to come out. The damper on the axle box on both sides. So what we might do, we might concentrate on. So if we go to our tablet and we go to mechanical parts. Axle, 2 axle boxes and 2 axle box dampeners, or dampers, it's dampeners. So for the moment we'll just concentrate on this. So we'll go into disassembly mode. And so what we can do now, we can install the axle box first. Make sure I pick the good one. Keep screwing. And then we'll put the damper in there. Pick again the good one. So what did we need to replace while we were over here? We needed some steel and rubber springs. I think, do we have one of those on the other side as well? No, just on this side. Steel and rubber springs and a hydraulic brake piston connector. So we'll go back to the tablet. Springs. Fucking type. Steel and rubber springs, one of them. And we'll just order that one for the moment. Disassembly mode again. Alright, assembly mode. Yeah, that one was down to 2%, so luckily we replaced those. Alright, so while we're over here, the last thing we had to do on this side was the hydraulic brake piston connector. So we'll go back to our tablet. Piston. The hydraulic brake piston connector. One of those, and on the brakes we needed some brake cable, so we'll get that while we're here on the other side. Hydraulic brake hoses while we're here, so we can remember that while we're here. We can order those. Ka-ching. Okay, so what it's telling us is we need to disconnect these first, I believe. Oh, we've got to disconnect the hoses as well, I think. Get rid of that one. Oh, we've got to disconnect this first. So we'll go down here. Now these are good on this side, so we can, and one here, and then we disconnect this bad boy. Alright, now we need to go back into installation mode. We'll pick the good one. Put you back in. Alright, on that side we have finished, I believe. Oh, that looks pretty. How you doing? Let's go back into condition. Oh, we haven't. Oh, this is the other. This is the other side. Okay. I was about to say, because we've done everything on. We've done everything on that side. So we need on this side. We can get rid of the hydraulic hose first. We'll go into the condition. So we know we need to get rid of the hydraulic brake hoses. And we know that we already purchased one of them. And we didn't put the hydraulic brake hoses on the other side, but we can do that now while we're there. Cool. Alright, disassembly mode. Alright, what do we need? We need a hydraulic piston brake connector, and we need an axle box and a damper of axle box. So I'll go to our tablet, piston connector, piston connector, and then axle, the damper for the axle box, and the axle box itself. Thank you very much. And now we can it. Alright, now we need to... Oh, we need to get rid of that. Yes, that's right. We need to get rid of some other things first. Oh, we need to get rid of the hydraulic brake hoses. There. Go back to installation, put you back in, pick the good one. Put you back in. And then we'll put the hydraulic hose back in, the good one. Sweet, that's done. Now we can pay attention to the axle box. Just need to get the camera into a good position. There we go. Okay, installation mode, axle box first. Oh, that's right, we selected one of these earlier because we knew we had to do it on both sides, then I went and purchased them again, but all good. Alright, so now, if we go out, that should be everything. We'll go to the inventory. Clear everything out. Everything must go! Axle boxes, axle box dampers, all must go! Parts warehouse, makes your train grouse. Alright, job order, are we complete? Yes we are. 2 hydraulic brake piston connectors, 1 hydraulic brake hose, 1 steel and rubber spring, 2 axle boxes and 2 axle box dampers. Finish order! And we have finished that order. Now what we will do now is in a moment we will go to the workbench And we'll pick up our next job. We'll just do it in order. We'll just go and do it in order. Where is the office? Oh, it's over there. Job number 6. The locomotive drove something over something lying on the tracks. The front truck of the wheel set axle needs servicing. So let's do that. It appears that the brake system is damaged. Find the cause of the defects and make repairs. Okie dokie, we shall do that. Alright. Alright, let's... Pardon me. Alright, it's interesting that they said that it's brake system. I'm just going to go systematically on each side. Like we've been doing. Oh, okay. Well, wheel axle's not brake system at all. So what we'll do, we'll check everything anyway. Because it would make sense if it ran over something that there could be some damage to the underneath. Not necessarily the wheels, but you know, because something could have went underneath and damaged something else under there. So that's why we're being cautious and checking everything. Uh-oh. Oh, it crashed! Alright, Simulator Dirk back in the house. We had a game crash. So we are still continuing to work on this locomotive, and we're going to go back into testing mode. And what we need to do, okay, so we knew, so I'm just going to go through and just check everything again just in case. Because I hadn't quite finished checking this side. So to recap, this train hit something out on the network and it was reported that there were brake issues. Now so far we found that the front axle on this end, on the leading end, needs to be replaced. So I'm just going through, because we had a game crash before, I'm just going through and rechecking things. Now it's going to be interesting to see what actually needs to be disassembled in order for us to get to those axles. So we're just making doubly sure, because realistically it's the same scenario that we had previously. But for the sake of completeness, and in case I can't use the other file, here it is. So we'd previously found nothing out of the ordinary everywhere else that we've checked so far, with the exception of that front axle. Now it was originally reported to us as a brakes issue. But it is logical that the first place that could get hit would be the front wheels and the front axle. But having said that, of course, it's not the only thing that could get hit underneath the train. Of course, depending on what the object is and how it got in and how it came out. All right, so we're looking pretty good. Looking like it's just the wheel axle, and yeah, it's pretty bad. It's on 5%. So let's go to our parts warehouse. Axle. Our wheel axle, $21,000. Now the interesting bit now is going to be the disassembly. So we need the wheel axle so it's going to need some other things to come out first, which I'm not necessarily surprised about. Now, realistically, of course, the train would be jacked up for this. So we're going to have to get rid of the engine mounting as well. drive gear's gonna have to go as well. Hang on, what's... electric motor cover, what's... So I'll work on this side. Now, can we get the wheel axle? Oh, hang on. What's that under there? The brake caliper. Hang on. So we've got to get rid of the hydraulic hose. What else needs to go? Not the truck frame, I hope not. I know there's some other brake things that we haven't done on the other side yet. Condition. Hydraulic hoses, you can go for now. Hydraulic brake piston needs to go. Alright. Brake caliper arm needs to go. Alright, so can we go to... No, we just need to go into assembly mode because we already brought the axle and we can put everything else back on. So we'll put our good axle on. Now we need to start reassembling things. So our brake calipers. So alright, we need to go back into installation mode. Hydraulic brake piston. Brake caliper, put you back in. Alright, we need to put you back in. Keep on thinking we're forgetting something. Hydraulic brake hoses. There we go. And on the other side. Now we can start doing the axle box. And the damper of the axle box. Motor cover, we can put you back on. The engine mounting we can put back on. Drive gear we can put back on. Electric motor cover, tip shaft we can put back on. The mounting brackets we can put back on. Have we put everything on? I think we have. Everything looks to be back in place. We'll go to the parts warehouse and we'll get rid of the axle. And we'll go to the job order. And that is done. And buy engine. No bonus because it wasn't low cost. Well, I suppose that wasn't my fault. So there we go. That's our second thing done. So while we are here, we might as well complete our third task, and then after that, that'll be an episode. Alright, that'll be an episode. Alright, let's go back to the office and get our last work order. The locomotive is stopped on tracks and cannot move. It appears as there is a problem with the traction motors. It must be towed to the workshop to make repairs. Alright, so we'll close that. Exit from the garage. Suppose we have to exit from the garage. And we'll go on a train trip. Do you want to finish driving the service vehicle and return to the engine depot? Yes, I do. I don't want to be driving trains around this. Suppose we have to go and do it. I thought I was going to be able to get out of that, but... So maybe we can find the train and then auto drive it back. In square A... Hang on. No. Want the map. So in square A4, so alright, A4, South Plains branch. Oh, we're going to be driving for a while. Actually, stop. Yeah, hang on. If we rode to the engine, switch to the engine depot. Yeah, that's better. You can't see it on the map, but the map is now steering me in the right direction. It's relatively well modelled for something that's not actually supposed to be part of the game, really. So square A4, so if we Yeah, we just keep driving the way we're driving, we will get to square A4 so we can increase the power. Let's see how much this bad girl has. Don't know how you're supposed to board a train with that platform gap. Oh, inside view. Here we go. So we should nearly be coming up to where the train is. Hang on, we need to go outside because I think we missed where the train is. Can we zoom out and look around? Yeah, I think we need to go backwards. Alright, so if we look at the map, so if we switch and I think we will find the train, hopefully. No, it's over there. Okay, we have to go back. Now we can go. There we go. Oh, not another crane job. Oh, I hated this last time. Alright, so we have another crane job. Was not looking forward to this. I just thought it was broken down, not derailed. Alright. Alright, hang on. Go back just a smidge. Alright, we're hooked up. Now, lift. Whoa. And a bit of height would be good. Alright. Alright, this one's a little bit easier than the one we did in the last episode because we know what we're doing now, relatively speaking. And we're going to have to rotate it all the way around the other way. And there's not a train the way this time, so we'll just rotate it around. Now that we know that I want us to put it back on the tracks. We need to rotate this way. Oh, we need to not get hit by the boom. That's what we need. Alright, we'll lower the boom now. So our angle's looking good. I know you can't see this on screen, but our angle's looking good. Our other way. And we are back. We've got back on the tracks. Do you wish to finish driving the service vehicle? Yes, we do. At least we don't have to drive it back. And here we go. Find the cause of the defect in the traction motors. Okie dokie. Testing mode. Drive gear, bingo. Engine mounting, not good. Electric motor cover, not good. Electric motor casing, surprisingly good. Our mounting brackets, okay. And as usual, just going to go around. check everything in the immediate vicinity. Alright, everything's looking good apart from around the traction motor. And we'll just go around the other side. Shouldn't be really anything else. Alright, so what are we up for? We're up for an engine mount, electric motor cover, and some drive gear. So we'll go to our tablet. So an engine mount. Drive gear. Drive gear. Drive gear. What else were we after? An engine mounting, drive gear, and an electric motor cover. Motor cover. Alright, we'll go into installation mode. And we know to get rid of the engine mounting, we'll need to get rid of the yeah, we are in installation mode. What does it want us to get rid of the... Oh, disassembly mode, I'm an idiot. Disassembly mode is what we needed. Getting one step ahead of myself here. Was the casing okay? Yeah. Alright, so we can go back into installation mode. And we can put in the electric motor coil, which we probably didn't need to really take out in the first place. Electric motor cover, select the good one. Put the mounting brackets back in. Oh, we need to replace that electric motor rotor shaft. Rotor shaft. Yes, we need to get one of them. Pick the good one. Electric. Did we get rid of the drive gear again? Pick the good one. Tip shaft. That one's good. The engine mounting again. Pick the good one. So you basically got to take things off in one order and then replace them in the opposite order, effectively. So the last thing you take out is the first thing you put back in. That's what I'm trying to say, I think. I think apart from that, I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah, we is good. We can have a look at our job order. Drive gear, electric motor rotor shaft, electric motor cover and engine mounting. And we have completed that work order. I've been Simulator Dirk, you've been wonderful. See you next